Hi guys, my name is Noni Matikela. Welcome to the Noni M podcast. Today, I want us to talk about Ramusipili, the man of the match. Ramusipili Sipho, the man of the match for yesterday. I really enjoyed his cross-examination. He's going to finish off today. But yes, says slow poison, Ramusipili. Before we talk about that, guys, please make sure that you do not forget that engagement is key on the social media space, and also that engagement helps a lot with growing the channel. So we are currently on 13,500 subscribers, guys. Please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment. Most importantly, please make sure that you are subscribed on the channel. Please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you are doing that, you are supporting this channel financially and in numbers. And I can't thank you enough. Thank you so very much, guys. I really appreciate you. Now, let's get into the second situation. Let's talk about Ramusipili. This is what they say happened when Ramusipili is starting his cross out in some of the things. Advocate Sipho Ramusipili, the lawyer for accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, began his cross-examination. He did this by reviewing an ID kit compiled by warrant officer Steenkamp. Ramusipili clarified a previous statement about Ntanzi's appearance, retracting his claim that Ntanzi never had an oval-shaped beard. This is Sunday World, by the way. Suspects oval-shaped beard. It was taken out of context. They are quoting Ramusipili. Ramusipili explained. What he meant was that Ntanzi never had an O-shaped beard on the day that Meyiwa was killed. It's difficult to say Ntanzi had an oval-shaped beard on the day Meyiwa was killed because there are no photos from those days. Meyiwa was a goalkeeper for a captain and both Orlando Pirates and Bafana Bafana. He was shot and killed in an alleged home invasion on October 26, 2014. Ne? And this is what Umnisi Linda had to say. Let's listen to him.
The version. We heard today about the oval-shaped beard of accused number 2. You remember it's a description that was given by Thabang Makeleni, who's late, who was a passerby, saying that he in fact saw men standing outside the Khumalo home and giving a description of someone that had an oval-shaped beard. Now, you'd recall that initially the version from Bongani Ntanzi was that he's never ever had an oval-shaped beard. In fact, it does not grow. He's always kept a goatee. Today, Sipho Ramusipili, who's representing Bongani Ntanzi, coming back and saying, well, it was taken out of context. What we mean is that he did not have an oval-shaped beard on the day. And he took that forward by arguing that we don't have pictures of Bongani Ntanzi on the day that Senzo Meyiwa was killed. While there are a number of pictures showing other accused persons, we don't specifically have the picture of Bongani Ntanzi on that day. So you cannot tell the court that Bongani Ntanzi had an oval-shaped beard on that particular day.
So the version this time around is that, as opposed to him never having had an oval-shaped beard, is that, well, on that particular day, or at least the days after, we don't know what this man looked like.
And it's interesting because the version that was put, the state even got up and said, look, it's in the records, it's in the court transcript. He even said, it does not grow like that. It does not grow like that. And that, he's always kept a goatee. So those versions seemingly being polished, one might say, today. But obviously, this is interesting because it happens right towards the end of the state's case. We don't know if the state will be calling anybody else. It does not appear as though they will do so because they've already played the video from ENCA, which is the one that they indicated previously that they've been engaging with the editors there to come to court to authenticate that video. So at this particular point, we don't know if they're still going to go ahead with that, to call them to come and authenticate that video, or they are fine with where things are and they might close their case.
Very interesting indeed.
Now, he calls that, he says, Umnisi Linda says that the defense is polishing the versions. Guys, no. So these are the comments of the people in that video. I loved how they commented there. I love what the people were saying. And someone says, let me read the comments. I'm going to read the most important comments. Someone says, I am glad that the court proceedings are public. Imagine if we were relying on this kind of reporters. I agree. And then someone says, Linda, don't be biased. Please don't take sides if you are a true reporter. Omunye uti, are you not ashamed by this kind of reporting? Omunye uti, like Linda Mnisi seems like what he is reporting comes from a script written by the state. He is reporting another Senzo case of Canada, not what we know of South Africa. He is daydreaming. Omunye uti, who said that? I pambana kwa newsroom. Omunye uti, Linda Mnisi, is it safe to say you are captured? What would you gain in reporting and pushing jabberish news? Omunye uti yena Tabake agrees with Umnisi. Criminals are running out of options. I repeat, these career criminals will be convicted thereafter their master Kelly to follow. But how is Kelly going to be even convicted if she's not arrested? Like these kind of people, you always wonder, how do they use their brain? She has never been questioned. She has never been arrested regarding being a mastermind. Never, ever. It has never happened. Emunye uti, from today, because of this guy, I am no longer watching newsroom. I am out. Shame on you, Linda Mnisi, blinded. Omunye uti, I will never ever trust news again in all channels except for few journalists. Omunye uti, these journalists are so pathetic. What a disgrace. Omunye uti, lol, my two favorite news anchors. It's always nice to hear how delusional other people think about the state case, and this is the best channel if I want to hear nonsense. Yabo? Omunye uti, paid reporting, this channel is dangerous. Omunye uti, Linda Mnisi never reports about the judge's silly treatment towards the defense and how he addresses them. Omunye uti, interesting that Linda Mnisi doesn't mention the state changing of their version from he had a gold tooth on the right to he had what resembled gold tooth, who may have been silver and it was on the left. Interesting. Do you understand? Interesting. Like, it's very interesting. Omunye uti, what is wrong with this guy? He's always in court, but daily he comes back to and report nonsense. I've been trying to listen to all of his reports, but they are always ridiculous. Yeah, ne? So they are saying that Ramsipile also spinned the version. But guess what? I love what Ramsipile did. Ramsipile, when they were, why is Linda Mnisi not focusing on what was read on record? Because Ubaloyi read there and found out that the conversation between Tumelo, the cross-examination of Tumelo and Ramsipile back in 2023 was referring to the date, the 26th of October. It was clear there on that reading. So why is Linda Mnisi reporting something that is not there? I don't know, guys. I honestly don't know. But it is what it is, guys. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Let's talk with comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Bye-bye.